those are the kind of public spaces which states, for example, produce. So I think that what we're trying to do is actually get a bit of distance from that in order to analyse it in a measured, and I'm not going to use that word objective, but in a measured fashion on the basis of evidence. And again, I would just urge people to visit the project website, engage with our outputs as they come out over the next 12 months or so, and continue to engage us in dialogue. And I love the point about the dialogical model. I think that's interesting.
Thank you, everybody. I don't know whether this project will last or not, but certainly my engagement with this country and its problems and its pangas will certainly be forever. It's not a project, it's a many lifetimes, many life cycles obsession. सबसे पहले तो तेरी ऐसी तैसी No, firstly you tell me that it was like talking to people like us. Let's be clear. I have not engaged with religious organizations of any kind on any scale. It's been my limited exposure. I started off by asking each one of you, including you, saying, tell me who all I can invite. Give me names. You didn't give me one single name. And I didn't ask you once, I asked you more than once. Yeah. At least 3-4 times. So, whatever I went by, Shubhatji I had met already, but whoever suggested someone, then also the question of availability. The Kumbh is going on. There's much else going on. So it's kahi ki eat, kahi ka roda, Bhanumati ne kunba joda, without really knowing what dynamics will come about, who will produce what. It's a first trial balloon. However, I agree with you, there is excessive demonization of that kind of Hindu. And I tell you, it's become a disease. In fact, my own starting statement admitted this, that one of the reasons I'm taking this political risk of being called RSS, sometimes I'm called, koi naam nahi choda hai mere liye. I started being active at 16, age 16. So since then, there's hardly any epithet that I have not dealt with, and I'm happy. No one sticks because I keep moving. Some months ago, I was being attacked for inviting secessionist terrorists of Kashmir for dialogue on Kashmir solution. So the Kashmiri Pandits and the BJP, RSS, a certain section of it are still hammering at me. I'm happy, no problem. Now the point is that this discourse has actually become diseased. In fact, that I mentioned that in Economic and Political Weekly, when I punched for the word Hindu, I got 85 entries, out of which almost 83 are Hindutva, terror, semiotics of terror, and fascist. मतलब उससे कम कोई है ही नहीं शब्द रहा. This demonization is what is forcing me to say I must seek out and find out for myself, because if the prejudice is so rampant. And it's almost sickly. It's become a disease. And I think the left discourse in this country of polarizing, of not letting people sit under the same room, of making large sections of people untouchable, of making you afraid of being seen having a cup of tea with them, I think is such a sickly, serious disease that, as I said, I've stuck my neck out time and again, and I'm doing it yet again. So this whole idea, Hindu शब्द है तो RSS हो गए. इतना ही कह दो कि एंटी सती लॉ या एंटी डाउरी लॉ उज्जड है, नालायक है, काम नहीं करता, तो आप obscurantist Hindu हो गए, RSS हो गए. You can't say anything in this country, and I tell you, leftist feminist discourse is truly far more sickly and far more intolerant than any RSS office. You say it's very eerie. I have gotten away with criticizing them left, right, and center on specific issues, without necessarily, demonizing. And I have dealt with left feminist circles. I found that atmosphere far more suffocating than the worst of. I've never attended any RSS shaka. I don't think I'll be qualified. But I don't think anything could be as suffocating as the atmosphere in the academia that we have created and the inability to sit together. I don't think any RSS fellow will be crucified for going to a leftist meeting. But vice versa is never possible. You'll be declared an untouchable, and I think this is, we are applauded if we sit with terrorists. If we are applauded if we say we must have friendship with Pakistan even when they are cracking, killing us with AK-47 and doing bomb blasts, that's good. I do it. And I'm applauded for that. But if I say engage even with the RSS, it's a total no-no. And this will not be. I think it's not right. And this is one of the attempts I'm trying to do. Build bridges. I think that's vitally necessary. Indian democracy or Indian society cannot survive if we are forever at war, if we don't sit down across the table, engage and come to consensually acceptable solutions with all concerned. और जायज बात गधे की भी मान लो और नाजायज तो खुदा की भी नहीं मानो. That's been my motto, and therefore, well, I hope next time round you'll be more cooperative. When I ask you for suggestions, instead of you become a permanent पंगा मास्टर, कोई हर चीज में नुक्स निकालने से
अच्छा एक और निकाल दो. I would have liked to have this interaction in the presence of Ashish Nandi. If only you had kept to the time, he would have been here.
अगली बार कर लेंगे उनके साथ. With these words, I thank you all. I have again, we are late, but many thanks, and I also wish to express my thanks to Nehru Memorial. Ridula is already in Japan, which is why she couldn't attend any of the sessions. But I think you've seen their hospitality. They do it with a lot of grace. And in absentia, Aruna ji in particular, who is in charge of all the hosting and organizing and food arrangements, I thank you all and thank you Nehru Memorial, even though none of them are here. Thank you.
And thank you very much to Madhu for holding it all together and making it happen.